Hey YouTube, welcome back to another video of me documenting my journey to Legend. I have never hit Legend before and I'm hoping to do so for the first time this season. Before I get started with the video, I just really want to say thank you. We hit 100 subs, over 100 subs this past weekend. Honestly, I didn't think anybody would subscribe to my channel, given that one, I'm not a legend yet. But two, it's a growing channel, and so every subscription is very, very appreciated. I know a majority of them come from the shorts, which I have a lot of fun doing. Clearly, I'm not the better battler when I record those. Those are just for fun. They're for shits and giggles, and hopefully you guys get a laugh out of it, or at least, a laugh at my expense. But I do want to give a huge shout out to Kingslayer, who I've seen my comments, helping me with team comps and feedback on shit that I do. Simon Cardazzo. Hope I'm not spoiling you or signaling you out by using your government. And then DBMG Production, who mostly watches my shorts, but he's also in the comments supporting me. So I really, really appreciate all the help from you guys. Again, 100 subs means a lot. And yeah, enough of this happiness. Let's get on with the video. In this video, we are hunting down Charizards. I saw this video featured actually on, or this team rather, featured on Inadequence's channel. I believe the person was running a Shadow Ampharos, but I'm running just a regular Ampharos, and this also is the Ampharos that has Dragon Pulse on it. So yeah, these battles could have gone better. I run into Trevenant quite often, in the lead right now. And as you can see, none of these Pokemon, especially Ampharos without Brutal Swing, are good against the tree. So I know my Milotic is a little bit thick, so I decided to tank that first Seed Bomb, and then I'm going to go for a Surf just to do some chip damage, and then hopefully get the hell out of here and save this Milotic, because I know it might have play in the back. They're going to stay in. Do I decide to call this? I forget. No, okay, yeah, I do shield up, correctly shield up the Shadow Ball. They bring in Gliscor, and I go straight for the Rock Slide because I don't expect them to shield. They're also not the Shadow form. This is neutral damage. Crustle doesn't hit the hardest. I don't think this thing is huge. I know it's supposed to resemble what's it called? The layers of the earth. I don't even get to the next X-Scissor because I'm a noob and decide to throw. This first game went a little bit rough. I bring back in my Milotic to soak some damage and also farm this thing down. I'm hoping that she's thick enough to survive this Night Slash, which she does end up being. That's also my first shiny, or my first buddy. I got the shiny Feebas, and then I evolved it eventually into my Milotic, and I best buddied it, and so it's my first shiny. Holds a little special place in my heart when I restarted playing Pokemon Go. I'm gonna shield this because I know they only get to one move, and there's the Charizard. We're hunting Charizards in this video. I really like the team. I like the video that Inadequence posted, so I figured I'd try running the team with the Pokemons that I had already without spending too much dust. Does take me out. I managed to get the Surf off. I forget if this KOs. Oh, I think my opponent should have had that. I think they got the one-turn lag that's been going on in the game, and I think because of that we simul KO'd. When I'm pretty sure I should have been the one that lost that match. But we got lucky. It was a draw. I don't expect Heracross to bait because my Milotic is thick. So I'm going to shield, right? Yeah, okay. I correctly shielded the Megahorn. I'm going to farm up. No, I guess I don't know what I'm talking about. I CMP Tide. I am going to farm up a little bit more before I launch the next Surf, I think. Okay, just one more, because I think they would have gotten back to the Megahorn. I'm not really undercharging it. I just know it's going to KO. They do let it go, which is great. And then I believe they come in with the Charizard to try to farm, no, not farm me down, but to throw a move before I can get to the next Surf. So they throw a Dragon Claw. In my mind, I'm like, okay, they think they're safe. The water type is gone. Bulky water type. In comes the Crustle. Look at those smackdowns. And in the back, they have Walrein. One, didn't swap fast enough into Ampharos. But two, I also knew that, I can survive an Earthquake from Walrein. It's a bit bulky, Crustle. And I don't have to shield this. Do they bait? They do bait. I get this Charizard off, and then I come in with the Ampharos. Oh, it's a CMP tie. Wow, okay. Yeah, I didn't realize that Crustle won CMP over Walrein. I know Walrein's a bit bulky, but still. And then they see the Ampharos. They're not getting to the Earthquake. They come back in. I take them out. And then I think after this, they top left. This team was a lot of fun to run, but this was also one of the few sets that I went positive in. After this, I was around Elo 2250, and shortly after that, I tanked. I tanked all the way to like the 2000s, a little above the 2000s. I was really pissed because not that my Elo was so high, but just that. Oh yeah, and then wait, was that lag or were they giving up? I forget. They do bait me because why wouldn't they? I know they can't reach another Earthquake that quickly. But yeah, we tanked after this and I switched up the team to a completely different team. I think it was like double flyers in the back. They bring in their own Ampharos. Again, I'm running Dragon Pulse because I ran out of TMs. And also this was like the legacy Ampharos that I evolved. I was trying to change Thunder Punch for Brutal Swing, but I ran out of TMs and I got stuck back on Thunder Punch. Thankfully, because otherwise, like if it was a different move, it might have worked even less. I do bring in Crustle because I know I can take the moves better. I don't think they're going to Focus Blast me. They go for the Brutal Swing. And then I'm just going to go for the X-Scissor. Okay, I go for the extra. I shield up here. And then I think I'm going to do one and throw the X-Scissor because I expect them to shield. I forget who was in the lead. Jesus, I'm spacing out and this is like, I'm also just the one recording this. And then I beat them to that next move. They don't quite make it to the Thunder Punch. I think this KOs? No. Oh, wow. Oh, it does, okay. And then as soon as they notice that they're like gonna go down in a few smacks, they back out. Toxie in the next match. Again, I'm gonna stay in with my Lodic. I expect people to just go... Oh wait, actually no, I'm saying that and then I think this is a different game. I usually expect people to go for the heavy hitting move because it is Milotic, you know, and she's a bit bulky. Not as bulky as Lapras, I don't think, but around that. But in this one, I decide to call it. And then they go for another Mud Bomb. And I think this time I do shield it in order to get another shield from them. Right? Yeah. Cool. So I do one and throw. And then what happens? Do I get out of here? Oh, they let it go. They come in with Snorlax. I don't have a hard answer to Snorlax, so I don't want this thing to build up energy. So I am going to build up to a Focus Blast. Threaten the Focus Blast. Blah, blah, blah. Threaten the Focus Blast because I don't think they're swapping out because there's a Charizard in the back. So I build up to it. I do correctly bait them. And then because they've shielded and I really don't have Focus Blast, I'm just going to go straight Thunder Punch. If I'm not mistaken, they take me out. Yep. Yeah, I'm going to save the shield for Crustle. They're going to take me out with this? Close to taking me out. So I managed to get off the Thunder Punch. And if my timer is up, I can swap out. Yeah. And okay, and they have Lapras. So I thought it was going to be the Charizard, obviously, right? Because we're hunting Charizards in this video. But they do have a Lapras. I can take the Surf. I can throw the Rock Slide before they get to the next Surf. In hindsight, I could have done one more and probably won the CMP, but I wasn't sure. I still am not sure if Lapras loses CMP to Crustle. So I just wanted to be safe, you know, better than sorry, and get that move off at least. So that was 2 wins and a tie. Finally, our first terrible lead. I swap into Ampharos, and lucky for me, it appears like they don't have a Swampert. They're going straight for the Brutal Swing, I believe. That animation looks really, really cool. And I'm going to CMP tie them. I win the CMP, so that's good to know. And I'm going for Dragon Pulse because I don't have another move. I'm still in the green, they're in the yellow, so that gives me hope that I can flip this mid-game. They need 3 more. And then I bait here. I shouldn't have baited. it ends up working out, which is fine, but I think I should have just gone straight for the Dragon Pulse. Also, my opponent did CMP time me, which was great for me, because now they can't farm me down. And now I can come back in with my low deck, 1 shield farm down. Which I think is what I'm going to do. Yeah. 2. I'm going to have to take a move right there. Maybe I could have tanked it, but I also didn't want to. And now I can go down with only taking 1 more Volt Switch. They come in with Walrus. And I go straight for the Hyper Beam? Yeah. I didn't think they would catch this on anything, because it would still do sizable damage, except for, you know, like a tree, Trevenant. They go for the Earthquake. I was letting this through just to see how much damage it would do. And that's really impressive. It's only like 50%, if that. And yeah, they quit. I don't know what was in the bag. I wonder what was in the bag. So yeah, like my final elo in this video is about 2250. It was a 4 and I guess a 4-1, right? It was a tie. But yeah, my final elo in this was 2250. I was really pleased with the team. But when I started it again, I had such a bad time with it. I got really upset. And I think this was like the highest starting elo that I've reached this early in the season. Yeah, the next set after this, there was just like so many good players also running pretty good teams, like teams that not countered mine specifically, but I was running into a lot of Tree, a lot of Ampharos in the lead, and it was now my day. So the next video is a little bit better, and then the following video that I have after that one, I finally find my speed. But yeah, we've tanked since then, so here's hoping we can go a little back up. Again, guys, thank you so much for subscribing. I don't say it in the video, but you know, like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, if this is the kind of content you wanna see. And check out the shorts. I have a lot of fun doing them. Again, they're coming from a good place. I don't mean any insult or offense to any of my opponents. They're all exceptional battlers. I just have a lot of fun doing them and, you know, being snarky just cause I can. So anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.